Well, hello, fellers and fellettes. Where y'all been? I've been waiting on you. We're gonna, you know, on that last one, we got this Harley Davidson running. We're gonna pull it out here, and we're gonna try to wash it off. All right, we're gonna get her looking pretty. All right, look here, you can help me. Grab that end. Hey, look here, y'all. Alright, friends, fellers, fellettes. Now, some of you are going to think this is silly of me. Au contraire. Au contraire. This is a very important part of the show because this is OAM Garage. And if you remember, OAM stands for overall, which is what I'm wearing. Overall Mechanic Garage. Okay? Now, if you take a look here, I am wearing overalls. And the biggest problem that people have with overalls, this button or this button comes off. And guess what? Well, they're worthless. Now, I have been all over the internet, YouTube, everywhere, and trying to find the solution to this problem. Because what happens is these overalls are now around 40 to 100 to 150. I've seen them as much as $180 a pair. And when you lose that button or this button, they are worthless. You can ask P-Roy. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a quick fix for this. Some people have tried to stitch new patches, they have tried to glue, they put screws and washers. Oh no. I found what I think is a good solution. And that is the sequins. So, what we have here, these are bought at your friendly A-Bear Freight store. Okay, these are C-clips. Alright. Now, if you have to, like this one is, take a look at this one. See how it's almost coming out? It's almost there. It's being held on by just a little bit. Yeah. Okay, so what we're going to do to fix that is we're going to go through here, and I have looked at all of these. Okay. Some of them will not work. And what I have found is that a 6 will slide in behind. Just like this. And you take this, slide it in right behind. How about that? Now, you notice there's still a gap. So you can take a 7, which is larger, or an 8, Now, if you need to share this video, you go right ahead, because believe it or not, this information is worth a lot. So now that you've taken the one larger, you have closed it a little bit together, because see, it's wider around. You take it and you clamp it on there. Okay, now if you'll notice, that one is big enough. So now when we clamp these on here, we are good to go. I hope that you've enjoyed this informative video. I felt the need and the necessity to share this with you, because you do not want to throw away a pair of overalls that are in this condition when they are so comfortable and it took so long to get them here, right? So, on with the show. Now I got no brakes. Well, I got too many brakes. Well, I wanted to get it out, but my front brakes are stuck. So let's go from there. Always so. Okay, I got the two screws out, so let's see what we got here. Maybe I'm low. Yeah, I didn't know that it would solidify. That's not good. Well, I guess I'll be back in a minute.
Okay, so I cleaned it all out, and I know it looks bad, but it is so much better than it was. And I cleaned those orifices out, and we're gonna, and also cleaned this thing, which is the top, and we're going to put more fluid in there and pray that what's in the line is not solidified. Let's try it. Oddly enough, I am getting bubbles. All you people went, oh my God, he's going to do what? Well, we'll see. Well, my thought is if this doesn't fix it, you ain't gonna hurt nothing, because if the lines are solidified, you have to replace them all anyway. Alright, so let's see what we got. Well, fellers and fellettes, I'm gonna have to tell you, I can't get it to move. It looks like the back wheel's locked up with the pedal. Looks like the front wheel, once I pulled it, maybe it locked up a little too. I don't know. But I have not been able to get it unlocked, which means I cannot move it from its resting place, right?
Well, I didn't go so hot, did it? Yeah, this is gonna be a short one. I'm on vacation anyway. Maybe by the time you see this, I'll be back and we can start on this thing. I don't know. But anyway, as you saw, I got the radio going. That's good. Everything on there works except for the brakes, it looks like. Anyway, I didn't even have time to do a Slurpee. You want to do a real quick one? All right. I tell you, fellas and fellette, I just ain't got enough energy to do it, nerd. Well, maybe. Yeah, well. Look here. Here's what I wanted to do today on my verse here. This is Psalms 104, 33 through 34. I will sing a song unto the Lord as long as I live. I will sing praise to my God while I have my being. My meditation to him shall be sweet. I will be glad in the Lord. And here's the reason why you should be happy, singing with joy. Praise the Lord. Here we go. This here is 2 Corinthians 5:1. For we know that if the heavenly house of this tabernacle is dissolved, we have a building of God, an house not made with hands, eternal in heaven. We have a house not made with hands. And one of the lessons we were trying to teach the youth last night was, there's no, of course you need to live through faith. But as hard as we work for things, they really don't mean anything when you get my age, because you can't, well, that's not true. I'm going to make this motorcycle run so I can take it with me to heaven and ride around in heaven. Do you believe that? No. No matter how hard you work. I mean, it's good to have satisfaction in life. I'm not saying don't work hard, but don't put your faith in those things, because those things are going to let you down, just like the brakes did. These are made with hands. I'm going somewhere that was not made with hands. Praise God for that, right? And I hope that you are too. So, and if you are, here's what you need to do.
Hey, Mr. Rick, don't forget to tell them
not yet.
It ain't pretty.
Hey, Roy. You need to do something good for God this week just to let him know you love him back. And like P-Roy said, don't litter. It ain't pretty. Don't litter. It ain't pretty.
Tell them to be sweet.
You just won't let me get through with you. And be sweet. Alright? I will see y'all when I get back off my vacation. And like I said, you probably won't even know what maybe these things I don't know. Just come back, alright? Okay. Love you guys. Be sweet.
Well, hi, Mr. Rick. How you doing? Mind if I sit down here?
No, not at all. Have a seat.
All right.
Well, I found this connecting block that I thought was lost forever.
Okay.
Except it's still attached to this. I got to get it off of there. And this banjo bolt, which is a lot shorter than the ones that came in that I had ordered, is still in good shape. It's just got rust on it. I need to clean it up. I need to get this off so that I can reuse this one. And the trouble that I've been having to find washers, well, there's a washer still on this one. And hopefully I will still be able to use
Y'all be able to get that off? Y'all be able to get it off?
And there you go. So I'll be able to clean that one up and use it as well.
Oh yeah.
So what have you been doing? You heard any good jokes lately?
Yeah, I've heard a couple.
Let's hear one.
All right. Well, what do two cats do when they get mad at each other?
Yeah.
They kiss and make up.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Well,
all right, you want to hear one of mine?
Yeah, I do.
Right.
Come on.
Why are fish so smart? You heard that stuff, right?
Yeah, I've heard that. That wasn't the same.
We went to school. Can't get nothing by you. All right, let's hear you.
All right. About knock knock. Who's there? Luke. Luke who? Look through the pee hole, you idiot, and say who it is. I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that. You.
That's good. All right, here's another one.
Whatever.
And by the way, you know these are called dad jokes. They're horrible. So.
Yeah, they're bad. They're awful.
What does one bird call another bird when they're in love?
Wow. Don't have any idea.
A tweetheart.
A tweetheart.
That's right, a tweetheart. All right, you got a long joke you can say? You can tell?
Why, yeah. Well, you know I do. All right, well, look here. One time there was this feller, and he died, and he went up there to heaven and all. And say he met St. Peter. St. Peter said, well, look here. I don't have a record on you here or not, and I'll be honest with you, I don't know if where you're supposed to go. If you're supposed to be here or down there. St. Peter said, well, look here, why don't you just tell me something good you done, and maybe we can make a decision from that. He said, all right. So he said, well, said St. Peter, and said, I was riding along there, and there was this old lady on the side road, and she had two big old thugs just trying to rob her. He said, yeah, rob her. And so I pulled my car over and I walked up to the biggest one. He had to have a big old lip ring in his lip there, and he looked terrible. The other fella, he didn't have a hair on his head. I guess he was skinhead or something. I don't know. But I looked at that one with the ring in his lip there, and I said, look here. You don't leave that old lady alone, you're gonna have to see to me. Old St. Peter said, well, good night. That is a good deed. Well, what in the world did he do? I said, I told St. Peter. I don't know. That's when I ended up here.
He didn't know what hit him, did he?
No, he never knew what was going on.
Oh goodness, that's pretty good.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
Well, you tell me one.
All right. Well, there was this man, and he wanted a pet, so he went into the pet store.
Yeah.
There was a parrot in there.
Parrot.
And he decided to buy a parrot, a talking parrot.
Well.
And so while he was in there, you know, the parrot said, "What's your name?" You know, just said a couple of things. And they said, "Yeah, I'll take him." It was really expensive. It was like, I don't know, $300 or $400.
My goodness, that is high.
So he took it home.
For a bird.
Parrot didn't say a thing on the way home, but when he got in, when he got it home and put it in the cage and all, the old parrot goes to cussing and and having a fit and flying all over the cage and making feathers go everywhere.
Can't have that.
Man, that kept up for about an hour. Well, he wasn't used to no parrot cussing.
No.
He couldn't have friends over or nothing because this stupid parrot.
Yeah.
So he decided to punish him. So he put him in the freezer for a little while. He thought that might slow him down, or maybe he'd cool off and he'd be a little better. So in about 15 minutes, he goes in there and checks on the parrot, pulls up the top. Parrot hops out, sits on the side. He closes the top. Parrot gets on his side. And the man said, "Well, you seem a little different." And the parrot looks at him and says, "I'm sorry. I seem to have offended you in some way. And I apologize for that. And I will try to be on my best behavior as long as I'm in your home."
Well, I'll say.
Well, the old guy says, "Wow, man, what got into him before he could ask the parrot what got into him?" The parrot says, "Oh, sir, and by the way, what was it that the turkey did?"
That's pretty good there, Mr. Rick. Hey, that old turkey scared to death over there.
I thought that was pretty funny. All right, let me get back to this. Let me see if I can.
Look, I'm gonna go.
Whatever.
Go get me some more coffee. You be good. That's it.